I am just speechless. This book. This book is so good. I am all set and ready to read. I am halfway now, so that means there is going to be happening a lot more in this novel. I'm like at this point where I feel like everything is coming together and everything is coming at an end, which is not, because I still have half the book unread. Yesterday evening I had this very special moment in the book where I smiled so hard. It's something that doesn't often happen, like me expressing my emotions and I cannot control them. That is something that's really that's not happening a lot to me. So it was a special moment. I was smiling so widely and it was such a cute moment. I just can't get over it. I'm excited because I don't know where this book is gonna go. So let's see how it goes. Talk to you later. So as I was doing some background research about this novel, I came across some interesting facts that I wanted to share with you. The novel was first published in book form in 1878, and Leo Tolstoy saw this novel as his first true novel, even though he had written certain novels before. The central themes of the novel are betrayal, faith, family, marriage, imperial Russian society, desire, and rural vs. city life. At a certain point, while he was writing the novel, he was very displeased with his own writing style, and he jotted down some lines in his journal about his struggles with the novel. And I'm gonna read these lines from his journal because I thought they were very interesting and they really resonate with me as an author myself, because it shows that even the greatest authors who wrote the most amazing works struggled. I loathe what I have written. The galleys of Anna Karenina for the April issue of some Russian magazine I can pronounce now lie on my table, and I really don't have the heart to correct them. Everything in them is so rotten, and the whole thing should be rewritten. All that has been printed too, scrapped and melted down, thrown away, renounced. Which is kind of heartbreaking to read because he struggled so much and I love his novel so much. So hopefully in the end he was pleased with it. Another interesting fact is that Levin, one of the main characters, is based on Leo Tolstoy himself. So he has taken a lot of himself and put it into one of his main characters. There were also some interesting things in the preface of the novel that has been written by, let me check, John Bailey. He has written a preface and it was kind of interesting. So a woman threw herself under a train near his country estate, and Tolstoy was involved in the subsequent inquiry. Jealousy and an unhappy love affair were involved and led Tolstoy to reflect very seriously on the role of love and marriage in society. There was also something very interesting in the introduction, and it says the novel is dealing with present and dealing with the personal side of upper-class family and social life. Anna Karenina introduces us to the most ordinary Russian aristocrats of the 1870s, concerned with the most ordinary issues of the day, behaving in the most ordinary ways, experiencing the most ordinary joys and sorrows. And this is such a good description of what this novel is really about. I couldn't say it any better. Alright, so I wanted to be in my pajamas by 8, nightgown by 8, and install myself to read, so that all worked out. Is now 8 p.m. and I'm going to read. I cannot stop thinking about the fact, as I am reading, that this novel was written in 1877, and I can like picture the author before me sitting on a desk, hating what he has written, rereading his work, struggling, and me sitting here so many years later, being head over heels with his work. And I just can't stop thinking about like how wonderful it would have been if he had known that his work would become so popular, and that his books are still popular so many years later. It is just mind-blowing to hold a book in my hands that has been written such a long time ago and that I enjoy so much. And I don't know, it's kind of a special feeling and wanted to share, so I'm going back to reading. He was offended at first, but in that same instant he felt that he could not be offended by her, that she was him. In the first moment he felt like a man who, having suddenly received a violent blow from behind, turns with vexation and a desire for revenge to find out who did it, and realizes that he has accidentally struck himself, that there is no one to be angry with, and he must endure and ease the pain. I have a passion for dark and tragic stories, and Karenina definitely is a dark and tragic story. I love it so much. We follow 3 different couples in this book, and all 3 of them were very interesting to follow. I didn't get bored. I always wanted to read more. There are definitely a lot of perspectives, but they were all very interesting, and I just enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed every perspective that was in this book. The characters, all of them are so perfectly imperfect. And the dialogue in this book is one of the best dialogue that I have ever read. Again, it feels real. It feels real. Like, all of the characters feel so real. The dialogue feels so real. It's like you're actually living their lives, and I absolutely love that. There is quite some French in this novel, like there's different lines of French every now and then. It could be annoying for some readers, I guess. I did like the French, but again, I'm really no judge because I speak French, and maybe that's why it didn't bother me. But of course, on the bottom of the page there are footnotes, so you can read them, so you don't miss out on the sentences in French. I actually did some research because I found it a bit strange that there was so much French in a novel set in Russia. So I looked it up, and apparently the aristocracy in Russia at that time spoke French. Hey guys, so I just finished the book. I don't really know what to say except that when this book is on your reading list, do not postpone it. Do not be scared, because I just enjoyed it so much, and I never expected it to be this good. The edition that I have here is 817 pages, and not a moment in reading this book did I wish for it to be over. I am so happy that I've read this one, and actually yesterday my copy of War and Peace arrived, and I was shocked to see how big the book was and how tiny the font is. I will grab the book, just 1 second, I will show you guys. Okay, so this is the book that I ordered, and it is 994 pages. I can't wait to read another Tolstoy, and I'm hoping that I will love all of his books. Please let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, if you've read any Tolstoy novels, and your opinion about them. Just leave it in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and for following me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed the vlog-like content, and yeah, maybe I'll do some more in the future.